The shares of EVgo have been up over 75% in the past 1 month. In this video, we'll be talking about the latest news around EVgo that has led to such an upside potential and momentum in the stock price, and why the stock is doing so well in the past 30 days. For those of you who might not be familiar, EVgo is the largest public fast charging network for electric vehicles in the US and is the first to be powered by 100% renewable energy. With more than 800 fast charging locations, EVgo's owned and operated charging network serves over 68 metropolitan areas across 35 states in the US and more than 300,000 customer accounts. In latest news, Uber and EVgo have expanded their partnership to support high-volume rideshare drivers with fast, reliable public sharing facilities. According to the news release featuring new discounts and benefits for all drivers using Uber, this expanded initiative builds upon the existing program success to ultimately increase access to and utilization of EVgo's network of over 800 public fast chargers, helping both companies further accelerate the adoption of zero-emission transportation at scale. It is pointed out that rideshare drivers often charge multiple times per day. And in fact, a recent EVgo survey of drivers in the EVgo program indicates that approximately 34% of drivers drive 400 to 800 miles each week. And another 47% drive more than 800 miles each week. And they rely heavily on public fast charging. As a result, this partnership and expansion of such a partnership would be beneficial and a win-win for both companies as well as the customers and clients. As part of this expanded EVgo discount program with Uber, drivers are granted access to discounted EVgo accounts and pricing based on their Uber Pro status. Drivers using Uber, regardless of their status, will of course continue to be able to access EVgo's member rates without any monthly fees. And drivers with Uber Pro Gold, Platinum, or Diamond status will unlock even lower EVgo Plus rates, saving up to 30% on charging costs over EVgo's standard pay-as-you-go rates. In another news, General Motors and EVgo are boosting their build plan for high-power fast chargers across the US. According to this news release, in response to the growing demand for charging infrastructure and new vehicles coming to the market in later years of the program, EVgo and GM have now expanded their build plan and have added an additional 500 high-power DC fast charging stalls, bringing it to a total of 3,250 through the year 2025 and extending the geographic reach from 40 metropolitan markets to now 52. Stations are part of the program that are now live in 8 states, including Georgia, Florida, Pennsylvania, Colorado, and North Carolina. This joint program will further accelerate widespread EV adoption and increases public access to charging, including in future markets in Alabama, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and Texas. This includes drivers who live in multi-unit dwellings, rent their homes, and can't install chargers, or might not otherwise have access to home or workplace charging. And these DC charging stalls could also provide a fast charging option for drivers who'd like to charge on the go. These new EVgo sites would all deploy cutting-edge power sharing technology, including high-power fast chargers capable of delivering up to 350 kilowatts. And these sites can also be provided up to 150 miles of range in just 8 to 12 minutes for their new 350 kilowatt capable of EV models coming to the market. According to Kathy Zoe, the EVgo CEO, as EV adoption picks up momentum across both consumer and commercial segments, the charging infrastructure build-out needs to continue being a few steps ahead of demand. And EVgo is committed to reliable and convenient charging for all. In reaction to these news and all the positive hype around the company, the stock, as indicated early on, has had a phenomenal run over the past 1 month. In fact, as you see from the data, the stock is up by over 75% in the past 1 month. If you look at the past week alone, the stock is up by close to 32%. And today, in the last trading day, the stock was up by 10%. In fact, at one point, the stock was up by 30%, hitting the price of $17.16 during the intraday, but it cooled off from there a little bit and ended the day at $14.80 per share, up 10%. Though the records show that post-market, the stock, as with the time of making this video, is still up by another close to 2.5%, roughly around $15 and change. According to the data from the International Energy Agency and a report published by them, consumers have spent $120 billion on electric car purchases in 2020 in the world, which shows a 50% increase from 2019, which breaks down to a 40% increase in sales and a 6% rise in average prices. What's more, 18 of the 20 largest original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, which combined accounted for almost 90% of all worldwide new car registration in 2020, have committed to increase in the offer and sales of their electric vehicles. According to the data from IEA, while most charging of EVs is done at home and work, rollout of publicly accessible charging will be critical as countries leading in the electric vehicle deployments enter a stage where simpler and improved autonomy will be demanded by EV owners. Publicly accessible chargers reached 1.3 million units in 2020, of which 30% are fast chargers. It's also worth mentioning that installation of publicly accessible chargers was up 45%, though it was a slower pace than the 85% observed in 2019, likely because work was interrupted in some key markets due to the health pandemic. Given all of that, EVgo is poised for a bright future. Founded in 2010, EVgo leads the way on transportation electrification, partnering with automakers, fleet and rideshare operators, retail hosts such as hotels, shopping centers, gas stations, and parking lot operators, and other stakeholders to deploy advanced charging technology to expand network availability and make it easier for drivers across the US to enjoy the benefits of driving an electric vehicle. As a charging technology first mover, EVgo works closely with businesses and government leaders by providing a reliable and convenient charging experience close to where drivers live, work, and play, whether for a daily commute or a commercial fleet. I hope you found this video beneficial and gained something of value from it. We've made other videos covering in more details the history and context around EVgo company and what this company offers. Be sure to check those videos if that interests you. Are you currently investing in EVgo or any other fast charging electric vehicle company for that matter? Let us know in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to Momentum channel. Here on Momentum, we post every week several videos about investing, finances, and ways to reach financial freedom. Thank you, and we hope to see you next time.